bread, 금강산도 식후경. So now that you've had your meal.
The next day, I was a killer. And in the meantime, I kept working.
이제는 단순히 취미로 요리를 하는 배우라고 부르기 어렵게 됐죠? 요리 초보에게 한 줄기 빛과 같은 간단한 레시피를 알려주며 각광받기 시작한 배우 류수영 씨가 세계적인 명문대 스탠퍼드 대학에 초청을 받아 강단에 섰습니다. 그와 함께 미국인 대학생들 앞에 선 이들은 영국의 요리 서바이벌 프로그램 아이언 셰프를 통해 얼굴을 알렸으며 고든 램지의 레스토랑에서 일한 경험이 있는 셰프 주디주, 현재는 유명 한식 레스토랑을 운영하며 한식의 세계화에 앞장서고 있는 그녀를 비롯해 요리계에서는 이름만 대면 알만한 쟁쟁한 이들이었다고 하는데요. 과연 배우 류수영 씨는 스탠퍼드 강단에서 어떤 이야기를 했을까요? 영상으로 만나보시죠.
To be here today to share my story in front of you all. My name is Ryu Soo-young and I'm an actor. But I'm here to speak about Korean cuisine. An actor talking about Korean food. Can you believe it? At first, I felt a little bit awkward when I got the invitation from Stanford University because I have 26 years of acting experience in over 40 drama series and films. Yet, I have invited here as a chef. Actually, it's still strange for me that people think of me as a chef because I think of myself first as an actor. But until only 2 years ago, my lovely daughter thought I was chef because most of my drama and movies are not suitable for children under 5 years old. So, but she can watch only my cooking show. But thank you. I have been acting for 26 years and I have been working as a chef for 4 years. 26 years versus 4 years. But I recognize immediately what I am. Although I don't have my own restaurant, I'm a chef in my country, Korea. I have been hosting a cooking show called Fun-strang, where I introduce recipes every Friday. Thanks to recipes that I have developed that are easy, simple, and affordable, I have gained a lot of love from people. I have become famous as a chef as well. Cooking, which was a hobby, I really loved to become a job without me realizing it. Schedule was really packed. The two shows almost completely overlapped during the production period. But thanks to that, one day I was a politician, the next day I was a killer. And in the meantime, I kept working as a chef. I didn't even have time to blink, really. I continued to develop recipes and introduce cooking on my cooking show. I didn't want to forget the people who were waiting for my recipe every Friday night. Most Koreans have to do their cooking on the weekends for their families. Korea has unique side dish culture called banchan. That differs from the concept of side dishes as well. Typically, a meal includes at least 3 or more, too many, yes, 3 or more side dishes, banchan. And plus, among with the main dish, soup and stew is also essential. The essence of Korean cuisine is creating a harmony of various flavors around rice with multiple side dishes, banchan. That's why Korean family feeder always need recipes. Looking back, I was always curious about cooking. When I was 8 years old, I cooked my first dish all by myself. That kid makes something. What is that? It was bread. Yes, I wanted to eat bread, but I didn't know how to make it exactly. So I put flour, baking powder, water, salt, sugar, and everything that was in my house and baked it in the microwave. Guess what? Imagine. It turned into a lump of baked flour that couldn't really be called bread. Grandmother said it was delicious and ate half of it. Yes. I'm sorry. That's when I first felt that cooking is truly enjoyable and joyful. I was so happy. And that memory has made cooking a joyful thing for me since then. I'm still grateful, Mrs. Song, for eating my lump of baked flour. Really, thank you. Really. Then, when I was 10, we finally got an oven. Yes, oven, finally. And I made cookies, but this time I made them from a cookbook called Western Cuisine. It was a big and thick and heavy book, not for reading, for decoration, you know. But I read it every day. In early 19th in Korea, baking cookies at home were very rare thing to do. Imagine your 10 years old niece making Korean rice cake in the kitchen. My mom was amazed and I was so thrilled. That's still vivid in my memory. So one day, I asked my mom to buy me a set of cookbooks. I read them over and over again. At that time, everyone read newspaper or comics when they sat on the toilet. It was a big deal back then because it was the time of IMF in Korea, which was a big economic downfall in Korean history. My friends and I lived together and stayed awake for 3 days preparing the competition dishes. Our highlight dish was wrapping bacon around bulgogi like a donut and baking pineapple on top and with caramel soy sauce. It was so nice, I promise. We won the first round and we won the second round as well. And the final round, yes, we didn't get a chance to see the Eiffel Tower ever, unfortunately. But we had a really good time, really good time. Surprisingly, after the broadcast, I was invited to audition for drama series from showrunner. At that time, becoming an actor seems like an impossible dream, but I couldn't let this great opportunity pass by, so I decided to give it another shot. Happily, I passed the audition and I made my debut as an actor. It's the greatest joy in my life. I love encouraging young people to start cooking Korean food easily and helping retired couples make a real food instead of frozen meals with simple recipe and affordable price. It's the most meaningful thing in my life. When I walk down the street, people sometimes come up to me and tell me that you gave me a great dinner last night. Even though I didn't do anything for them, they just followed my recipes and enjoyed their food for dinner.
배우 류수영이 아닌 요리사로서의 그의 이야기에 귀를 기울이는 스탠퍼드 대학생들의 모습에 어쩐지 가슴이 따뜻해집니다. 강연을 위해 미국에 다녀온 류수영은 미국에서도 여러 마트를 돌아다니며 장을 보고 숙소에서도 요리를 했다고 하는데요. 그는 한 방송에 출연해 미국의 일반 마트에서도 고추장을 찾을 수 있었다며 겉포장에 칠리 소스라고 적힌 게 아닌 고추장이라고 쓰여 있어 한식의 유명세를 실감했다고 전하기도 했죠. 오늘은 스탠포드 대학교에서 셰프로서 강연을 진행한 배우 류수영 씨의 영상을 편집해 전해드렸습니다. 오늘 이야기도 흥미로우셨다면 좋아요와 구독 버튼 눌러주시겠어요? 여러분의 응원은 저희 위대한 언니 채널 운영에 큰 힘이 된답니다. 항상 함께 해주시는 구독자, 시청자 여러분 감사드리고요. 오늘도 건강하시고 행복하세요.